All right, well, welcome to the webinar. We had a few other people registered, but apparently they got tied up or didn't make it. So welcome, happy to have you. So this is going to be Top Agent Referral powered by LUMALLIE. So Top Agent Referral is the real estate company we're going to talk about, and LUMALLIE is the marketing engine behind them that is able to promote their services. They have an exclusive agreement to promote their services. So this opportunity has revolutionized the industry, the real estate industry, similar to what Uber has done in the taxi business or what Airbnb has done in the vacation rental or hotel business. So now people can earn money in real estate like you, no license required. You can work from anywhere, and the service is available in all 50 states throughout the United States, including Alaska and Hawaii. So I see you already opened the chat there, so that is excellent. And let's see here. So I didn't catch your name there. If you could please go ahead and put in the chat there your name, as well as let me know what city and state you're attending from. I'd like to see where everyone is attending from. So there you go. If you can just drop that in the chat, that would be excellent. And also the other thing that I would like, if you don't mind putting in the chat, is what interested you in this opportunity? So you might have seen this advertisement on Craigslist or something like that. You might have been referred by a friend. So let me know where you're coming in from, city and state, as well as what interested you in the opportunity. Okay, Mohammed, perfect. Okay, well, welcome, Mohammed. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the presentation. We might see if some other people join us coming in from Indiana. Excellent. All right. So I don't know your experience with the real estate industry, so I'm going to give you a little bit of information. So the real estate brokerage industry in the United States has about 450,000 home closings each and every single month. 450,000. These are sold homes, and it happens each and every month. Now, these are only agent-assisted transactions. So if it is a for sale by owner that does not use an agent in the process, or say a family member selling to another family member, those numbers are not included in this statistic. This is also only residential real estate, no commercial property, no land purchases, things like that. And so those numbers are also not included. So only agent-assisted and only residential. Now, Top Agent Referral is able to help all types of property. So essentially the rule of thumb is if a real estate agent can handle a transaction, so can we. All right. So 450,000 home closings each and every month. That correlates to $200 billion every year paid out in real estate commissions to those real estate professionals, those brokers and agents. $200 billion. That's with a B. That is more than the economic structure of some small country. So there is a ton of money in the real estate industry. Until now, only licensed agents had access to this money, that $200 billion. So here's a little bit about me. This is my business I owned a while back. I was a mortgage broker. I owned a mortgage brokerage for 8 years. I was also a real estate agent for 3 years, the final 3 years of that. This is my wife and I. We were both broker associates. She was an agent a bit longer than I was, but I got in towards the tail end. And then I went on to own some consulting companies as well. Through the process, I worked weekends, I worked holidays, I worked all the time. I was always at the beck and call of my clients, especially for buyers. They were always wanting to see properties. Didn't matter what time of day or whatever. For my sellers, I was always following up with appraisals and inspections and different things like that. And so I was always at the beck and call of my clients. I worked 60 to 80 hours a week. Both my wife and I did. And so we were very, very time poor. We missed children's performances at school. We missed different things for family things that we just missed out on because we were helping clients. We worked a lot, and through the process we both ended up with some health issues because we were just overworking ourselves and had to step away from the real estate industry for a while. But we were very, very successful. We made a ton of money, supported our family very well. However, we were extremely time poor, and it affected our health as a result as well. So in the process, we learned very quickly we wanted more time with our family. We wanted a slower pace. We wanted flexibility of when and where we worked. We wanted to earn passive income, and we wanted big commissions and more money with less effort. And so those are the things that we learned throughout that process that we really needed to make a change in the way we were doing our business and making our money. We'll get more to my story in a little bit here, but let's talk a little bit more about the real estate industry. So the industry problem in real estate is it is easy to get your real estate license. It is a low cost, especially compared to getting into other industries. It only takes about 2 to 3 months of schooling. Compare that to, say, a lawyer or a doctor or an engineer, where you may need to go to school at least 4 years, maybe even up to 10 years of schooling before you even begin earning money off of that education. So 2 to 3 months of schooling, you get your license and you start practicing. As a result, 90% of agents shouldn't be in the profession by our estimation. They generate unhappy consumers because they are unresponsive often, they are not professional often, and they don't negotiate the best transactions for their clients, getting them the most money for the sale of their home or saving them the most money on a purchase. As a result, they generate unhappy consumers. The solution: top agent referral. Top agent referral simply connects buyers and sellers with 2 top agents. It is a free service. It doesn't cost our clients any money. They don't have to open their pocketbooks to us at all. There is no obligation. They can choose not to use our service at any time, so there's absolutely no risk. Now, the 2 agents that we connect them with are specific to their neighborhood. So in a larger city, a Dallas, Texas, a Los Angeles, California, and Indianapolis, Indiana, you're going to have an agent who may be good umbrella over the entire city, kind of shotgun approach and here and there, but they don't know this neighborhood very well or that area of the city very well. And as a result, they aren't able to offer the best service to that client. These agents, they do the most transactions, and they are the best agents in that specific neighborhood. They know the idiosyncrasies, they know the challenges, they know the benefits and the positive aspects of why that property is valued where it's at. In addition, these agents are specific to the property type. So if it is a commercial property, they are specialized in commercial property. They may be experts in the starter homes, or maybe it's the high-end homes. Whatever the property type is, they are the best agents for property type and neighborhood. As a result, we only work with happy clients because these are the best agents. They do their job extremely well, and they know their market extremely well. Let's take a look at some testimonials. So on my top agent referral website here, you'll be able to see, and it wiped out my thing every time it does this, but that's okay. So this is our testimonials page. This is my top agent referral website. I will send you the links to my site once we conclude the presentation here, and you'll be able to check it out for your own and maybe read some additional testimonials. But this first one here is, just reloading. This first one here is from David Maney. He was a seller in Kansas City, and he says, the agent that Top Agent Referral sent to me was one of the best agents I have worked with. He used new techniques to not only shoot amazing photos, but a video that really showed off the house online. This generated huge showing numbers, which led to great offers. He helped me understand the market and process and helped manage my expectations and keep me clued in to what was next. We ended up making more money than we thought on the house and formed a great friendship in the process. I would highly recommend Top Agent Referral for any real estate transaction. Thanks again. So he was from Kansas City. This next one here is from Greeley, Colorado. This is Craig and Olin. They say, my 90-year-old father needed to sell his home to move in with family. This was his last major asset, so he needed to get the most money possible from the sale. We used Top Agent Referral service to find the best agents in the area. Both agents they sent out were extremely impressive. The agent we chose had an incredible marketing plan and a professional team that were always super responsive whenever we contacted them. They helped us with the power of attorney we needed for me to be able to complete the transaction, and everything was smooth and seamless. Through this agent, we received an offer the very first day the home was listed. We accepted a full price offer within the first week. The entire process was simple, effective, and exceptionally professional. We can't thank Top Agent Referral enough for connecting us with the absolute best agent. And the best part is the service was free. When I have real estate needs in the future, I will definitely use Top Agent Referral again. As you can see, we have additional testimonials on our website, and so you can check those out at another time if you're interested. But let's get back to the presentation. So this is the traditional method versus the Top Agent Referral method. So the traditional method, usually people find an agent by referral or somebody they know. Maybe their next door neighbor got into real estate recently, or maybe their hairdresser sells real estate on the side, but these aren't usually the top 10%. If you look at the statistics, top 10% of agents sell homes for higher prices. They also negotiate better prices for buyers than the average agents do. So you always want to use the top 10% to protect for what most people is their greatest asset and their largest investment of their life. Those 450,000 new homes every month often end up using the 90%. Once in a while, they'll get lucky and they'll hit that top 10%, but most of the time they do not. Top agent referral method, now those 450,000 new home sales every month can hit the top 10% every single time. They can get the most money on their sale and save the most money on their purchase. It is a free service. There is no obligation. It's only the top agents, and it's all 50 states in the United States, including Alaska and Hawaii. We simply connect you with the top agents. So that's the traditional method versus the top agent referral method. All right, looks like somebody just joined us and got my attention. Not needing a license part. Excellent. Okay. So someone just joined on the phone. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see the presentation, so hopefully you can catch it. But go ahead and listen in. I've got everyone muted right now so we don't get the background noise. I can unmute you at the end and you can ask questions and so forth. So I was just explaining the top agent referral service. Basically, we connect buyers and sellers with two top agents nationwide, all 50 states. There is no cost to the client. They don't have to open their pocketbooks to us at all. So it's a free service and there's no obligation. They can cancel at any time, choose not to use us. And the two top agents are specific to the property type and the neighborhood of the property being either bought or sold. So are there any questions about the service before I move into the pay structure at this time? And that would mostly be directed at Mohammed because you caught all of that. Any questions about the pay structure? And also, if you're able to go ahead and type in the chat there, if you would use this service yourself as a buyer or seller, please type yes in the chat if it sounds like a good service and you would like to try it out and be connected with the top agents yourself if you were buying or selling. All right, great. So let's move on into the pay structure. So the way that our members get paid is each of our LUMALLIE members, so I mentioned that LUMALLIE is the marketing company behind Top Agent Referral. Top Agent Referral is a real estate company. LUMALLIE has the exclusive marketing agreement with them. Each of our LUMALLIE members gets their own Top Agent Referral website, just like this, created for them, except it's customized to their name and contact information. This is how we track our buyers and sellers. And so you can see they simply come on here and they register as a seller or as a buyer. They complete a short form with information about contact information for them and information about the property. And we connect them with those top agents. The homepage here has some information about the service, why they should use our service, as well as a little bit about the proprietary screening process, how we identify those two top agents. Not the complete process, but basically where we start. So here's an example of a direct client. So this example is for a home of $410,000 home. Now, as I mentioned, we're in all 50 states. So if you are in an area that has low home values, you can always market to an area with higher home values, as well as if you are in a stagnant market where there's not a whole lot of action, you can always market to an area that's a little bit more active. But for this example, this $410,000 home, the direct client would receive $1,250 in compensation. Now, to receive that compensation, that member would need to complete 3 tasks. The first task, connect the buyer or seller to their personal top agent referral website. So just like this, as I mentioned, let me go back to actually my homepage of my website here. And you can see this is my top agent referral website. I would have them click on I'm selling or I'm buying, complete the form with their information of contact information and information about the home. That information is sent to Top Agent Referral. They do the screening process. They identify the 2 top agents specific to the property type and the neighborhood. They ensure that those 2 agents are able to contact the buyer or seller within 48 hours, 24 to 48 hours. If it's going to be longer than that, they go to the next agent on the list because that is the level of service that we require. Now, once that agent has had an opportunity to meet with the client, then we simply take care of task number 2, and that is contact the client and confirm that they're happy and they've chosen to work with one of the agents that we sent out. Now, these are the 2 top agents specific to their property and their neighborhood. So they do an excellent job at selling themselves. So most of the time, they will go ahead and go with one of the 2 agents we sent. As a matter of fact, I've never had an agent not go with one of the 2 we sent out. First off, I don't even know if it's happened within the company, but if the client did not hit it off with either of the 2 agents, we can send additional agents if need be. So once we've taken care of task number 2, confirm that the client's happy with one of the 2 agents and they've chosen to work with them, we don't have to do anything until closing. However, this space right here is the perfect opportunity to ask for referral business because, as I'm sure you're aware, once one person is buying or selling a home, everybody they talk to wants to buy or sell a home. And so it's a great time to ask for that referral business. However, for compensation reasons, you do not have to do anything until closing. And then once the home closes, you simply take a survey after closing, which is on our website, and it simply asks them what they liked or disliked about the agent that was used. This incentivizes us to continue to send out the best agents every single time. If we get a negative report, we won't use that agent again. Hasn't happened yet, but we wouldn't. As well as it also ensures that we have happy customers every single time. So completing those 3 tasks, connecting to the top agent referral website, confirming they're happy, and taking a survey after closing, the member gets paid $1,250 in compensation. Now, you may know, if you know anything about real estate, that a licensed realtor cannot pay a non-licensed person a referral fee. And so we do not receive a referral fee. We simply complete 3 marketing tasks, connect them to the website, confirm they're happy, and take a survey after closing. Let's break that down a little bit more and see how the money flows. So this graphic here shows how the money flows. So the LUMALLIE member, should you join my team today, that would be you. You would connect the buyer or seller with your top agent referral website, confirm they're happy, take a survey after closing. For completing those 3 tasks, top agent referral, the real estate company, would then compensate LUMALLIE, the marketing company, which you work for, $1,850. Okay, that $1,850 then gets split up 7 ways. First, to the direct connect member, the person who put them through their personalized top agent referral website, and then 6 additional team members receive compensation for this is the passive override income and how you generate passive income within the business. And we'll get to the team sales in just a moment. Now, just to reiterate, we do not get paid for referring buyers and sellers. We do not practice any real estate agent activities. You get paid to perform 3 tasks: connect them to the website, confirm they're happy, and take a survey after closing. Those 3 marketing tasks, you receive, in this example, $1,250. So here's a couple more testimonials for you. So from our members, this member is TJ Grant, the first one here. He says, I heard my coworker talking about buying a house. I told him I can connect him with the top agents, and he said, okay. Once we were on break, I walked him through the signing up on my website as a buyer, and bam, he was contacted that day by a top agent because he was a first-time home buyer, and we talked a lot throughout his transaction. I did spend about an hour talking with him and answering questions, but we'll make $750 when the deal closes. Now, this transaction has closed. TJ has been paid the $750 for what he said was about an hour worth of work, which is more than normal. The second one here is Jason Cady. He says, in March, I had a chance to share what I do here at LUMALLIE with a coworker of mine. His name is Jeremy. He told me he was looking to buy in the Vancouver, Washington area and asked if I could connect him with a good agent there. Oh, one moment. I've got someone trying to, excuse me, pardon me. All right, I apologize for that. I had a call coming in. All right, so okay, so Jeremy, he told me he was looking to buy in the Vancouver, Washington area and asked if I could connect him with a good agent there. So I directed him to my website and walked him through the very simple process of inputting his info along with his needs into the system. Soon he was contacted by a top agent. He told me he was absolutely blown away. This guy is the real deal, he told me. This guy came to our place and pitched himself as if we were millionaires. He's in the top 2% of agents in all Berkshire Hathaway. I told him our modest budget, and it didn't faze him. He's been a godsend, saving us money on the appraisal, the lender, and everywhere else we had to come up with money out of our pocket because of all of his connections. I never appreciated the value of a good real estate agent before, and my wife and I are completely blown away. So that's a couple of testimonials about some buyers. We had the sellers earlier, so hopefully you can see that not only are our members very happy, but so are our clients. Okay, so here's a fact. Everyone knows people who are buying or selling real estate. Everyone. So how many people do you know who have bought or sold a home in the last 3 years or is currently buying or selling a home? So last 3 years or currently, how many people that you know who have bought or sold a home or are currently buying or selling a home? Put that number in the chat right now, add them together and put them in the chat, and we'll take a look. Now, remember, this is without even marketing yourself, without even being in the business really, without letting people know that you can help them. So we have a couple people on the phone here who aren't able to put in the chat, so unfortunately that won't help out. But okay, so the average compensation, we're going to get to the breakdown in just a moment, but the average compensation is about $1,000 per transaction. So if you knew 3 people, that would be roughly $3,000. If you knew 15 people, that would be roughly $15,000 without even trying. This is just people you know, and 5 to 10. Excellent. So that's $5,000 to $10,000 without even marketing yourself, without even letting people know that you're in the business. That's about $5,000 to $10,000. So here's another fact. Now you can earn money by helping every single one of them. They will make the most money on their sales or save the most money on their purchases, and you can earn money by helping them. Everybody wins. Here's another fact. Most people live paycheck to paycheck. In fact, in the United States, most homes are at least a 2 to 3 income household just to get by. However, massive wealth is created in this industry. As I mentioned at the beginning, $2 billion is paid out in real estate commissions every single year, and now you can access that money. Another statistic, there are 200 million people in the United States between the ages of 18 and 64. Okay, now our LUMALLIE members are not capped at 64. You can be 85 or 73, it doesn't matter. So we have access to people on our teams of over that 200 million people. Now, almost every single one of those 200 million people in the United States are interested in adding additional income to their household. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. The average person in this company can easily help 6 to 12 buyers or sellers per year. That's one every 1 to 2 months. So here's an example of how that would look. Let's say you only help one person a year, connect one buyer or seller with top agent referral a year. That would break down to about $104 a month. Not very impressive, about the cost of a cell phone bill. Let's say you help 3 people a year. Now you're making about $313 a month. Still not great, but maybe an insurance payment. Knock that up to 6 transactions, 6 transactions a year, one every 2 months. You're making $625 a month. Now, when I was a real estate agent, and it holds true today, 10 buyers or sellers was a really good month. For most agents, that's a really good month. However, if you only did 1 transaction per month with top agent referral, you would make $15,000 per year. Part-time income, 1 transaction per month. Simply by putting them through your personal top agent referral website and having them register as a buyer or seller, confirming that they're happy with the agent, and taking a survey after closing. It's that simple. Now, some of you on this webinar will want more. We give you the opportunity to earn passive income by helping the company grow through network marketing. So I mentioned those 200 million people, that's where this comes into play. Part-time income is great, but passive income is even better. So this is the same concept that real estate brokers use. So in a real estate brokerage, you have the broker, who in and of themselves do not do very many transactions overall. However, they have agents under them, and they receive override passive income off of each of the transactions of those agents that they have in their office. And so that's the same type of idea of growing your team. You then do your transactions, and you have team members then that you receive that passive override income as well. Here's how that would look with sharing the business. So you get your top agent referral website set up. You find 3 people, friends, coworkers, whatever, who decide they want to go ahead and get into real estate as well. They want to help buyers and sellers. They get their personal top agent referral websites as well. So then each of you, let's say, do 1 transaction. You receive your $1,250. Each of them would receive their $1,250. And then you would then receive an additional $100 for each of those for helping them get started in the business and learn how to connect buyers and sellers to their website. So that's the first level. Now let's say those 3 people find 3 more people that want to also do the same. Then you would receive an additional $900 from those 9 people, plus the $300, plus your $1,250. Now this just shows you the compounding effect. It never really works out with these nice 333 numbers. However, you aren't capped at 3 people. You can recruit as many people onto your team as you want. I currently have 23 people directly under me and growing every day. As you can see here, by the time you get to the 6th level, that 6th level alone would have 729 members on it. That would equate to $72,900 a month just from that 6th level. You add that with the other ones, and it is an amazing amount of money. This is what that looks like. Let's say you grow your team 6 levels deep. Our payout goes 16 levels deep, by the way. You have 6 levels deep. Everyone has 3 people on their team. If each of you only helped 1 buyer or seller per month, all 6 levels, you would make only 12 transactions a year each. You would make $109,200 a month. If, let's say, your team's not that ambitious, they only do half of that, 6 transactions per year, 1 every 2 months for everybody on our team, you would make $54,600 a month, or $655,000 a year. So let's say that everyone is doing it very part-time on your team. 1 transaction every 4 months, less than 1 a quarter, 3 transactions per year. you would still make $27,300 a month. That's $327,600 a year, simply by helping people connect with Top Agent Referral, helping them connect with the 2 top agents to get them the best deal on their home. So here's how the payouts look for each direct client. These are the ones you put straight through your Top Agent Referral website and complete those tasks. $375 to $4,500 based off of the price of the home. As I mentioned earlier, the average is about $1,000 because the average home in the United States is between $200,000 to $600,000, and so that's why the average payout's about $1,000. And then the passive income, you can see, works on that same type of sliding scale idea, 30 to 375, depending on the price of the home there. And then we get additional bonuses for each time one of your team members makes their first home connection. So the first time they connect a buyer or seller with an agent, you get an additional bonus on top of the home connection bonus when it closes. So here's a little bit more about me. I mentioned I was in the real estate business for a while, and then I needed to take a step back for health reasons. I went on to work for a couple of companies. I ended up at the county as a veteran service officer, helping veterans access their benefits and file for benefits. This is my home in Colorado. I was in a cubicle, worked a 9-to-5 job, and the problem with my job is I got stuck where I was at the mercy of the organization, the government, or the company that I worked for as to whether or not I was able to get a raise. And so we'd have cost of living increases every single year, and I may or may not get a raise to keep up with the cost of living, depending on if it was in the budget to be able to offer raises. My income was very much limited. I was also stuck in a cubicle, had to work a 9-to-5 job, and wasn't very flexible. So what happened is we made a change. My wife and I and my kids, we jumped on a plane, and now I spend most of my time actually in Costa Rica. I'm still a Colorado resident. I still am a U.S. citizen, Costa Rica resident. I'm sorry, Colorado resident. However, I spend much of my time in Costa Rica. This is my office here. Actually, this is right out the side over here. It's dark now, so I had to come inside because the bugs flood my screen. But this is my office. I work outside. Oops, most days. And I work in the hammock, making my phone calls, working on my laptop. If it's hot and I want to go take a dip, I can go jump in the pool, come back, make my calls. If the surf's really good, I can stop what I'm doing, go catch some waves, come back, make my calls, do what I need to do. So that's why I do this business, is because I have the flexibility of time. I work my own schedule. I can go help my daughter with her homework and then come back and do my work. I have the flexibility of location. I can work here in Costa Rica. I can go back to my Colorado. I can go to Texas, whatever. And I have unlimited income potential. I am the one who controls how much money I make. So those are the 3 reasons why I do this job. So let's recap a little bit. Everyone knows people who are buying or selling real estate. There are 450,000 people each and every single month who buy or sell a home, and that equals $200 billion in commissions every single year. Most people in the United States want to earn extra income, that 200 million people between 18 and 64. And the opportunity we're offering you is website creation, so you can input your clients, the ability to earn in the real estate field, which the only other way similar to this would be to get your real estate license, and the opportunity to change your future through passive income. So if you would like a top agent referral website created just like this, type a yes in the chat. Let me know you would like to have your personal top agent referral website to start making money in real estate just like this. Obviously, if you're on the phone, I'm going to assume it's a yes because I can't get a type in the chat there. All right, excellent. So here's what you receive. So personal top agent referral website built for you. It works out of the box. You don't have to do anything. You don't need to know web development. You don't need to know coding. You don't need to know any of that. It works. You don't have to do any updates. It's perfect. Back office marketing tools to be able to market your clients as well as potential business partners, team members. Scripts and email templates. A complete training program with training videos. A step-by-step guide on how to build this business either part-time or full-time. website maintenance and automatic online updates, monthly web hosting, back office client tracking for buyers and sellers from the time they connect with the agent all the way to closing, back office tracking for your downline, all those team sales and what everybody in your downline, access to new updated training materials and videos, our exclusive top agent referral members only online entrepreneur group where you can ask questions, get support, ask about, okay, I'm having trouble converting with this or that. Above and beyond our training, you get personal one-on-one training from your sponsor, as well as the ability to earn as much money as you want through this real estate referral company. So, how much is this opportunity worth to you? Things to evaluate. The cost of a website is about $2,500 to $5,000 to generate a website similar to this with the tracking capabilities that it has and being able to access those top agents. To get your real estate license, it will cost you about $1,500 to $2,500 depending on if you do online schooling or classroom setting. And then an additional approximately $500 a month in errors no omissions insurance, desk fees for whatever brokerage you're hanging your license at, and continuing education. All of that and other fees are at least $500 a month. If you wanted to open up a real estate brokerage to earn that passive income, it's going to cost you about $5,000 to $150,000, depending on if you buy into a franchise or if you start your own. And that's only after you've been in the industry a while, because most states, every state I know of, requires you to be an agent, have your license for a number of years before you're able to even apply for that brokerage license. So that also limits you. Plus, you're only able to recruit agents who are licensed in the states you operate in. So you're limited to, usually in most areas, about 5,000 to 10,000 agents, depending on the city and state you're in. Whereas we have access to 200 million people in the United States, all interested in making additional income. So what do you feel this opportunity would be worth to you to be able to have this fully functioning website, to be able to input and track your clients, as well as access to those top agents and the ability to earn passive income? If you think the value is zero, you can put a zero in the chat. If you think it's $10,000, you can put $10,000 in there, $1 million, or whatever you feel it is. Just let me know what you think this opportunity is worth to you. Obviously, the person on the phone is not going to be able to help out, but that's okay. All right, well, let's just take a look here. The cost of this package is $299 of an initial investment to be able to get your website up and running and everything working for you, access to those top agents. And then it's $19.95 a month for the web hosting thereafter. However, there are some specials that I'm going to show you in just a moment. I do want to point out that one transaction at the lowest amount will pay for your initial investment. It will more than pay for it, because $375 is our minimum payout, and that more than covers that $299 initial investment. But right now, the company is trying to increase our sales force very aggressively, so they are absorbing $200 of the cost of creating your website and access to all the training and so forth. So today, your initial setup would be $99, and that would cover you for 30 days, and then it would be $19.95 a month for the web hosting thereafter to be able to maintain your site, have access to those top agents and so forth, and all of the materials and updates. However, there's a monthly web hosting promotion right now, 50% off if you pay for the 2-year subscription up front. That saves you $240 right there, plus the $200 up here. So today you could save $440 and have your fully functioning business for 2 years for $337.80. Or you can save 25% off with a 1-year subscription. I do want to point out once again that one transaction would be $375. So if you chose today to go ahead and get yourself set up, as well as pay that 2-year subscription up front, be set up for 2 years, one transaction would cover you for the next 2 years. Here's another test or another little bit of information from one of our members. One of our members in LUMALLIE connected a buyer at $540,000 and a seller at $975,000 in her first week. This means that for simply connecting to her personal top agent referral website, confirming they were happy, and taking a survey after closing, LUMALLIE paid her $1,250 for the buyer transaction and $2,250 for the seller transaction. This was a total of $3,500 for about 20 minutes worth of work, is what she said. And I want to point out here, as you can see, she is a self-proclaimed queen of naps, weekends, Prosecco, and brunch, as her shirt says. So I have a couple questions for you. First, are you happy with where you are at financially right now? And if not, how's that going to change? And can you do these two things? Number one, offer this free service of connecting buyers and sellers to top agent referral and helping them. And two, share this business opportunity with anyone who wants to add extra income to their household for their family. If you can do those two things, you can be successful in this business. We simply offer a free service to our clients. There is no cap on earnings. It is a flexible schedule, and you can work from anywhere with an internet connection and phone service. So at this time, I want to thank everyone for being on the webinar. If it wasn't me who sent you here, make sure you get back to the person who sent you here. I'm going to open it up for questions, but before I do want to mention, if you wanted to take a look at this opportunity again, my next webinar will be on Thursday, and then I have another one after that. You can register through the same link that got you here. Also, my contact information is right there at the bottom of the screen, as well as I'm going to put it in the chat so you can copy and paste it, along with a link to the sign up page. So if you want to get started right away, you can go ahead and click on that link and go ahead and register, get your site up and running. It'll take just a few minutes once the payment's processed for your site to be active and live, and you can start putting in clients this evening. That's how fast it works, and then you would begin getting access to the training materials and so forth right away. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and open it up to questions. I will unmute everyone, and if you have any questions, just let me know. I'd love to hear your feedback. You can also type in the chat if you would like any questions you may have.